some of the poor boys to get on up there and get the Bobby Labonte's them back up and give the good old people a chance.
Challenge now, Dale Jarrett takes Sterling Marlin. Looks like Dale Earnhardt's going to get a piece of that. We'll tell you how it turns out when we return to Daytona after this.
Grand National drivers, Grand National North, guys from the Midwest, everybody seems to want to come and run this race, and I guess that's what makes it a little more unique. And you don't ever assemble all of these cars at the same place the rest of the year.
18 states represented from Florida to Maine to Oregon and California. Let's go down to the pits and Steve Burns.
Johnny Hayes said that Dale Jarrett is sending a message to the car owners in the Winston Cup garage. John Irvin is his crew chief. John, what is Dale saying?
Well, Dale says, like I say, this place owes us one. We had a good practice yesterday afternoon, and we felt real good. We've worked hard all week, and the NASCAR Busch car is really performing good right now. We had a good pit stop, and if everything goes good, Steve, we can make one more stop.
Jarrett also said that this is his Daytona 500.
It is for a great many of the drivers in the Busch Grand National Series. It is Jarrett, followed now by Sterling Marlin. Number 3 is Dale Earnhardt. And look at the 44 of Bobby Labonte. After that pit stop, he's a new man.
Oh, it's great. He just put a big-time move on Handsome Harry again and locked him. He was below Harry, made a move the upside. Now he's got Harry knocked out of the draft. So that's pretty good for old high school boy.
He's not the only one out of the draft. Again, you see going backwards to the right of your screen, Sterling Marlin is out of it now, unless Bobby Labonte in the red 44 hooks up with him.
Several cars are calling into NASCAR saying that the number 3 car is dumping rear end grease on their windshield, and that they're saying that Earnhardt's throwing grease. I don't know if that could be the case or not, or just trying to get him to pull in.
We'll keep an eye on that situation. Meanwhile, we've got draft against draft. Up high, Jarrett, Earnhardt, and the number 12 car of Jeff Burton. Down low is the 48 of Sterling Martin and the 44 of Bobby Labonte. Here they come, and they got slower traffic in front of them.
Fans were really concerned whether we'd have a good race when we took out 12 or 13 of the top race cars. You can't get any better than this. I don't care where you go. That's as good as it ever gets right there. Side by side, getting it on. Come after me, baby. It don't get no better than that.
Off the tunnel turn, down the short chute to the dog leg that makes Daytona a tri-oval. It's basically a 3-cornered racetrack. Right now, the man who has it mastered is Dale Jarrett in the number 32 car. Down low and out of the draft. Sterling could be in some trouble now in the white number 48. Up high, Bobby Labonte. He's going to want to stay right there on the 3 car's tail if he can.
You know, Bobby Labonte's brothers, Terry's calling all the shots, spotting for him, and he's telling him where to go. So he's really getting good advice, I guess, because he's not made a bad move yet. It really helps to have someone like that talking to you.
Here's a guy who rarely even gets into a super speedway like Daytona. Now he's driving the race of his life out here. He has got to be absolutely thrilled. Bobby Labonte out of Corpus Christi, Texas.
Yeah, his car's the firecracker or something. I mean, he is hot. He is the whiz kid in this race, and I think you're going to hear a lot from that boy. And his daddy's one of the smartest guys that ever lived. You know, he's the kind of daddy that'll kick your butt, and you'll work on that car. And I think Bobby Labonte's going to pay attention because he don't want to drive in there and face his dad if he don't do good.
Well, Dad's right there calling all the shots in the pit, along brother Terry up on top of the transporter, coaching from on high. It is Jarrett, Earnhardt, Labonte, Sterling Marlin, Dick Trickle, Jeff Burton, and Ernie Irvin. We now are being told the black flag will wave for the number 3 of Dale Earnhardt. You see him go low on the racetrack. I don't know if he knows it's coming out. He may have been told by his pits, and he does. Dale Earnhardt peels off, and this is going to be one angry. No, he does not. He's going to take the lead, and the black flag waves. There is the number 3 on the flag stand. He's going to have to come in, and we'll cover this pit stop. This should be a beaut. Neil Bonnet is standing by as we await the black number 3 of Dale Earnhardt. Throwing grease out of the rear of the car, we are told. And right now, Dale Jarrett is right behind him in a position to pick up a lot of it.
The reason Earnhardt would stay out there as long as he could, he hopes another caution comes out for some other reason. Then he could make his pit stop under yellow. So he's going to milk this thing as long as he can until they put the gun to his head and bring him in.
How many times can he go by it before they'll bring the hammer down?
I believe he has to pit within 3 laps. He's coming in this time.
And he is coming in hot. Let's get down to Neil Bonnet in Earnhardt's pit.
cars in right now. They're swarming all over this thing. They're complaining about a fuel leak. These guys are going to the normal stuff right now. They're going to stick some tires on it. We've got some people up under the car. They're spraying brake clean, which is a type cleaner to clean up all those. Shooting it on the clutch area of the car. If that's the case, it's usually coming out of the transmission or the rear main. But they got it cleaned up. Check it out.
And a smoky burnout it is. Boy, Kenny Burns.
No, but that was typical Earnhardt. They give him the black flag, so he takes the lead.
Well, he hasn't got it now. Dale Earnhardt's back on the track, and they'll be watching him.
I'd like to ask Neil Bonnet a question, and I don't really understand this, but does that fluid that they sprayed on the car stop the leak, Neil?
No, it doesn't. And right now, the NASCAR inspector has walked over and he's pointing at a pile of grease on the rear end. I mean, on the pavement down here. All they did was clean the particular area of the car off. He's indicating to them now that there's dripping coming off the car. There's a big powwow going on here. If they wave that black flag again, you're going to see some action down here.
Dale Earnhardt now back up to speed, but he is well back out of the top 8 as we presently show them. There you see Dale Jarrett, number 32. Below him, Bobby Labonte may take a shot at the lead here. Not this time around as they come down to the start-finish stripe to complete lap number 55 of a scheduled 120 here at Daytona on a beautiful day for racing. Temperature 80 degrees, no chance of rain, slightly cloudy skies. It doesn't get any better than this, as Johnny said. We talked to Bobby Labonte earlier in the weekend, and we asked him, have you planned out a strategy for this race?
I'm looking for a position to get in the line and just follow the leader all day if that's what it takes. You know, I've watched a lot of them on TV. I've been down here and watched them. You know, with the restrictor plates, that's basically what you have to do. And, you know, if I can follow whoever and just ride comfortable and stay out of trouble, then that's what we'll do.
I thought it was great earlier. We were discussing that the first time Bobby Labonte had been here and the only time was in a go-kart. And Bob told me, yeah, but the problem there is they turn left right as you go across the start-finish line. We hope you remember to stay straight. Well, he has, folks. He's staying straight.
And now we have a single file effort once again. Led by Dale Jarrett, it includes Labonte, Sterling Marlin, Dick Trickle, Harry Gant, Greg Sachs, who, as Johnny mentioned, has been doing a lot of stand-in driving this weekend. He may be the busiest driver at Daytona. Tom Cruise is here filming a movie to be called Days of Thunder that'll be in your theaters later this summer, we understand. But when they need somebody to get in and drive for Tom Cruise, Greg Sachs has been doing it.
Yeah, and another thing, Greg Sachs is developing a close relationship with Rick Hendricks, who's in charge of this whole thing. He keeps doing this kind of job for Rick Hendricks. Rick Hendricks has nothing, but he's got a lot of problems, but money's not one of them, and he's liable to just put him in another car.
Harry Gant going backwards there in the number 7 car to the left of your screen. I think Harry's got a problem in that 7-car draft. He's the tail ender now, and everybody just drove around him.
Harry Gant's been loose, but Harry Gant has a philosophy a lot like Darrell Waltrip. He loves to be at the tail end of the lead draft, so it gives him a little more time if something happens in front of him. And I think he's in a spot he can hold on, but he'd rather not be in the middle getting pushed around and your rear wheels being pulled off the track.
Okay, I was talking to Richard Childress. They've got a problem. Dale has just called in. The clutch is slipping on the car, and that's a good indication. This grease I'm looking at here is out of the front of the transmission. It's leaking on it. I was just telling Richard, we've done it before and shot a fire extinguisher up in there, and they're thinking about doing that to clean the plates off of the clutch and keep going.
Well, I would explain that big smoky burnout when Dale was leaving the pits. He couldn't get the car in gear, and he was spinning his wheels, perhaps. Transmission problems for the number 3 of Dale Earnhardt. He's had some hard luck. A year ago at this race, he never even made the first green flag. He had a huge end-over-end spinning crash on the infield during practice. Back on the lead now. They are just about to pass Earnhardt. The 32 of Dale Jarrett, followed by Bobby Labonte and the rest of that pack. They will put Earnhardt a lap down.